Vernon and welcome to Brothers of Truth. And I'm with my brother.
It's the Rev, Anthony Mason Sr.
Good to see you, fam.
Likewise, man.
Oh, man, we got some good ones. We always got some good ones. I know. It's a good one, man. Today's topic is, would you accept them for who they are? Wow, that's a deep one, man. That's like, for instance, having a child. Your child come out gay. Oh, man.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, your child come out gay.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, like, how would you really feel? Would it make you feel a little bitter? Make you feel a little worser? Whether your child could be a woman, a man, you know? You don't know what's going on because at the end of the day, you're still going to love your child for who they are. But can you really accept it?
Mm.
That's the key word. Can you accept it? Would you disown them?
Mm.
Would you find a way to stay away from them? Or would you turn around and say, you know what? I love you for who you is. We're going to try to figure this out. Try to get you to be who you are. Because this is not really in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. That's a real topic right there.
This is the Brothers of Truth.
That's right. That's a
gotta
real.
Let them hit them with the truth.
That's a real question.
Oh,
right there.
man. It's deep, man. It's deep.
That question is pretty much permeating the air.
Oh, yeah.
In every state, every city,
yep.
every country. And, you know...
all over the world.
All over the world, man. All across the diaspora, that question is popping up. And I think I was saying to you earlier, I was just indulging in this same conversation earlier today. You know, that's a real question. Because, first of all, let's look at the first thing you said. They came out this way.
Yeah.
So we gotta disqualify that all the way together. You know, because nobody is born gay.
Like that, huh?
You know, there is no gay genotypes of chromosomes. You see what I'm saying? There's no gay DNA. Nobody. That is stuff that is grown accustomed to and adapted as people grow, and within their culture. So,
do you think it's a mind thing? Do you think it's a mind thing, or do you think something of them being molested or something happened to them? You know
absolutely.
What I'm saying? Just keeping it out there, putting it being
absolutely.
Real.
Both of them.
You know,
it's definitely a mind thing. You know, because see what ends up happening is when they are young, you know, at a premature and adolescent stage, it's like what you say. A lot of times, these young people are molested. Taken advantage of. You know, maybe at the babysitter's house. You don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it could be an older kid. Yeah. It don't have to be the uncle or a sneaky cousin or something like that. It could be an older kid, you know, sticking your finger down in your baby's pamper and pull-ups and stuff like that. Wow. You don't know. And see what ends up happening is that trauma sits dormant on that child's mind. And because they're so premature, they don't know how to express that. So what it does is it sits dormant until they get older. When they get older, that's when they act out. And a lot of times, they'll see something and gravitate to it. And I'm going to give it back to you, but if you look at the world today, they're promoting this gay agenda.
Oh, yeah, it's very popular. Yeah. That rainbow is everywhere.
Yeah,
you know?
So if something happens to these children and they grow older and they see that, oh, it's acceptable. It's that easy.
Wow. But the main question is, and this is a good one, would you accept it? Just saying. You know what I mean? Because you hear parents say that, my child came out to be like this. I don't recall my child being like this. But it's all about, did you have a tracking device on your child? Was you always around your child all the time? Was you around your child when Big Tony just got out of prison? Was you around your child when you knew Auntie Lisa was a lesbian? You know what I mean? Was you really around your child? That's a good question. You know what I'm saying?
Did you question
yes.
your child's judgments and actions?
Yes.
Because we find today too many parents are becoming social buddies with their children.
Oh man, it's like like I said, that rainbow is popular. You know what I mean? Not being me, it's popular. I have gay friends. You know what I mean? They respect me. I respect them. But at the end of the day, I still want to know: did you come out like that? You know, did you actually come out the womb and say, you know what? I don't want to wear no Beagle Boys. I want them heels and that skirt, that small skirt.
Now there are homosexual, you know, people that I affiliate with due to circumstance, and these are good people. So I'm not addressing the person, I'm addressing the spirit that lives within them. You see what I'm saying? See, sometimes we can be so unspiritual, we don't know we're being controlled by another presence. And we accept it. You know, I could tell you some stories, like, for example, you know, it was a guy I grew up with named Kevin. Kevin got 5 sons, you know, but Kevin is sweeter than Domino sugar.
Oh my God!
You see what I'm saying?
Man.
And see,
oh man,
Kevin got molested by his uncle when he was a kid. His uncle would stick him in the closet and shove stuff up his butt.
Oh yeah, that ain't right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As he got older, it continued. That's why it was easy for him to remember.
Oh wow, traumatized.
He was traumatized, you know.
Traumatized.
So the reason why I bring Kevin up is there has been times where you can see the spiritual battle manifest within him. You know what I'm saying? Because all during the day, he'll be talking, you know, real soft and sensual.
Yeah.
But at night in his sleep, the man come out.
Wow.
You hear the man voice. He be talking in his sleep. Yeah, you better back up, this, that, the third. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's a spiritual battle. And see, that's what I would deal with more on that topic, because it's not the individual, it's the spirit that lives within them.
So basically, you feeling like people that's gay whatsoever, you saying pretty much they halfway got molested. They cannot be born like that. That's your own personal opinion. I'm just saying, I'm not speaking for you. I'm hearing you out.
Okay. I'm going to give my theory. And I hate to call it a theory because this is really actual, factual.
The truth on the table.
You see what I'm saying? These are facts. But for the sake of the naysayers, I'm going to classify this as a theory. You know, we don't deal with opinions on Brothers of Truth. Yeah. We let the truth set them free.
Yes, that's it.
Now, here's the thing. 3 ways that this comes about, this gay agenda, this homosexual activity. 3 ways. You got taken advantage of as a child, and I credit that to child neglect. So I'm charging the parents with that. They neglect their children as a child. I was watching the news earlier, and I seen a little baby came up missing, 3 years old. And I said, how is these babies coming up missing? And they right up under your noses. I can't remember a time my little kids, my sons, when they were that small, where I didn't know what their whereabouts were. How in the world is a 2-year-old or 3-year-old is coming up missing at the same house you in? It's not making no sense. So I'm going to say child neglect. So these children are being taken advantage of. The second thing, because it's 3 that I deal with, and I'm going to bounce it back to you. The second thing is you got taken advantage of in jail or prison. That's the second thing. Because that's a reality. All you got to do is do the statistics. Some of it has been sugar-coated, but they got all kind of counseling sessions for people who have been taken advantage of in prison.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the third way that this happens, people are creatures of adaptation. So, depending on how strong our mind is, we tend to adapt to our environment. You see what I'm saying? And if you're weak-minded, you'll grow accustomed to anything you see. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says you're like a ship without a sail. That means you're blown in any direction the wind want to send you in. So that means when these people grow up and they see that the fad is the thing that seems like is in style is to be gay, they rolling with the fad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the agenda is sucking them in. You got high schools now, V, that's creating homosexual bathrooms.
Oh yeah. I know.
When I went to school, you would get suspended if a boy came to school dressed like a girl.
Wow.
Now it's accepted.
Yep.
So to the kids today, that's an option.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an option.
It's deep.
So
Deep. Very deep. It's
how
very
you process that though?
Me processing it is just like, you know, at the end of the day, that's like if I have a kid and I feel like I'm hurt inside because I kind of lost on, can you be born like that? You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, wait a minute, who was the last person that watched my child?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a problem now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because that makes you feel like when that child came out, that means the parents wasn't really paying no attention to him.
Absolutely.
Just saying, my own personal opinion. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? But now it's just all about, could you accept that? Could you accept that? Hearing your daughter or your son turning around saying, Dad, I'm gay. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you
look,
sitting
man,
there staring them in the eye like, what? You know?
Look, this is such a touchy subject.
It is.
Because when people develop these organizations and these communities, they stand firm on their beliefs. And I just want to deal with the truth. Yes. And they can take it however they want to take it. My grandmother, God rest her soul, she said, tell them like it is and let the chips fall where they may.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
I can't accept it. I can't accept it. I believe in the power of rebuke. Yeah. Anything that is ungodly that tries to exalt itself above God, yeah. I know that God will destroy it in due time. Yeah. So I wouldn't condone the destruction of my own family. You see what I'm saying? And it was a gentleman on the Steve Wilkos show. Mm-hmm. You familiar with that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this gentleman was dating a young lady, and the young lady had a little baby boy. The baby was about 3 years old, and they were all in bed together watching cartoons. The mama gets up out the bed and go in the kitchen to get some snacks. Comes back in the bedroom, and the little baby said, "Mommy, he touched me." So see how easy this can slip in?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if she would have neglected the child and say, "Be quiet, boy, you don't know what you're talking about,"
yeah,
and believed him,
yeah,
then that would have sat on that baby's mind all them years. Yeah. Oh, this must be okay.
Wow.
So the next person that molests me, I'm going to just let it happen. Wow. So it took them to go on to the Steve Wilkos show and do a lie detector test, and found out that the dude did touch him.
Wow.
So, could I accept it? Before I answer that, babe, can I just disqualify two things real quick?
Hold on. What you want to disqualify, man?
I want to disqualify. I want to disqualify incorporating them with the symbolism of rainbow.
Yes.
I'm not liking the fact that they, want to take something that's pure and good and place it in an evil connotation, man. A rainbow is beautiful. That's God's promise to the world. You know what I'm saying? And I always say the pot of gold is on the other side of the rainbow. That's what faith is all about. Hoping for the best and continuing to move forward. You know what I'm saying? You follow a rainbow, you don't know where it ends. But you got hope that you're going to reach success somewhere.
Amen.
From the rainbow, a rainbow is formed out of darkness and creates every light color that you can imagine from the rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
But I see what you're saying. I understand that. So you mean to tell me, though, I got to go back to the subject. You will disown your own child if you find out your child was like that. Your own blood. Think about it. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Think about it.
Go ahead.
Would you disown them, or would you figure something out, or try for help, or anything? You know what I mean?
No problem.
But if you did all that, say you did all that,
Mm-hmm.
and they still ain't changed.
No sweat. I would never disown a child of mine. Yeah. I give kudos and praise to people like Magic Johnson and other people who deal with that on a regular basis. And like I say, I'm not angry at people because we coexist together in this world. And I deal with a lot of, homosexuals and what you call it, lesbians and stuff like that on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a business owner. People patronize me. I don't have a discriminatory bone in my body. The only thing I'm against is the lie. I want to shut the lie down. Now, like I said earlier, I believe in the power of rebuke.
Yeah.
I believe that it don't matter what problem your child come at you with. If you address it and deal with it, you can get rid of it.
Okay.
Now, if you ignore it, you know how it go. The problem becomes a condition. And once it's a condition, it's out of control. It's just like, let me flip it on another script. Yeah. It's like when you're in school.
Yeah.
Coming up in school, elementary school, let's say, middle school. Mm-hmm. Okay. The school know how to get cutbacks and grant money and they know how to manipulate the system to keep money coming.
Yes.
So what do they use? They use people. So what they say is, I think your son is slow. Yeah, let me put him in this classroom with the slow kids and see how it worked in. I'm gonna give him a meeting with the guidance counselor, and if the guidance counselor diagnoses him ADHD, you see what I'm saying? Then we're gonna set him up with a meeting with a psychiatrist. Yeah. And if the psychiatrist can see the same problem, now all these are people are friends, so they already know what the outcome is.
Working together.
Exactly.
Yeah. Working
so now,
together.
I think we need to put your child on Ritalin or something.
Yep. The brainwash medicines.
So the reason why I bring that up is they gotta bring that to the parents' attention before they can render that kind of judgment. Yeah, that's deep. A lot of parents are saying, let's do it.
Yeah, that's deep. Well, like I said, this is a deep one.
What would you do, baby?
For my understanding, I would love my child, but it's going to be some investigation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm going to accept. But it's going to be crazy because I got to look into some stuff.
Yeah. Because
it's going to tear me up. I'm like, all of a sudden, you want to wear your mom's dress. We going to have to talk, homeboy. You know what I'm saying? But I was outside of that. This is Vernon Shelton, and this is Brothers of Truth, and I'm with my brother.
It's the Reverend Mason Senior.
Yeah. And they always say, accept those for who they is, but always keep them in the blessings and pray for them.
I want to say one thing to the people out there. Law of self-preservation. Know thyself. If you look in the mirror and your lifestyle is attributed to everything else you see, and you can't attribute none of it to what's in you, then you don't even know who you are as a person. So don't take this the wrong way. We got love for everybody, but you shall know the truth.
And let the truth set you free.
Peace.